Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to West Home School. This is our second Keystage 2 activity broadcast, and very, very warm welcome to all of you viewing live. My name is Mr. Barnett, and this is my colleague.
I'm Miss Thompson, hello.
So we are two of the PE teachers here at West Home School, and we teach PE from our preschool all the way up to year 13, along with the rest of our colleagues in the PE department. So this is a activity session aimed at Keystage 2. We're going to do a multi-sport warm-up, and then we're going to do some rolls, so looking at gymnastics and dynamic movement. And then we're going to finish, which will be a bit of a challenge for me. Miss Thompson is going to lead us in some balancing, almost yoga style activity, and I'm going to try really, really hard to do as well as she can. Anyway, more on that later. So we're going to start with a warm-up. So those of you who joined us last week, it's no surprise we're going to start with a football style warm-up. We're going to jog forwards, we're going to kick with our right foot, we'll jog backwards, we'll jog forwards again, kick with our left foot, and we will alternate from there. So football is our first sport. Are you ready? Let's find a space. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we are. And kick with the right, jog backwards. Obviously checking behind you, making certain that we're not going to bang into anything. We don't want any precious ornaments knocked over at home. So remember, we're alternating feet here. We're just doing nice little low kicks at the moment as we're getting the blood pumping around our body. Good stuff. Right, Miss Thompson, I reckon we can kick a little bit higher now. Let's get the legs coming up a little bit higher. Nice dynamic movement there. There we go. I reckon I'm going to take an absolute screamer of a free kick in a moment. Oh, I reckon I've got a 30-yard screamer in me coming up. What do you reckon at home? Maybe I'm going to have one off both feet. Oh, look at that one go. All right, 2 more. One on the left. Last one, make it a good one. Boom, well done. Alrighty, so it's our legs a little bit warmer. We're going to move on to tennis. Now, we're going to use both arms for this one. So we're going to start holding our pretend racket, almost jogging on the spot here, ready position. We're then going to go sideways, hit low to high, over our shoulder, back to ready position, and then we'll turn left. Same again. Join in when you get the idea. Oh yeah, Wimbledon, here we come. So we play quite a lot of tennis at West Home on our hard courts. We love a good game of tennis, don't we, Miss Thompson?
We do, very much so.
Oh. Swing those arms, nice full swings. Remember, low to high. Don't want that ball going in the net, do we? Those of you can, bit of top spin on it. Oh, that's a good one. A cross-court screamer off my left hand there, Miss Thompson. 4 more. There we go. Last 2. Good stuff. All right, brilliant. So let's do something completely different. We're going to try, see if you can guess from my first couple of actions here. I'm going to get my hands out here. I'm going to lean forwards to the side and paddle off both sides. Can you guess what this is? This is canoeing. So I'm rotating my upper body from side to side, leaning forwards, pulling the paddle, pulling the water back. Can you feel your shoulders getting nice and warm here? Oh yeah, watch out for the rapids! Oh, down we go again. There we are, well done. I hope you're having a good old paddle at home as well. And we like a bit of a canoeing, don't we, Miss Thompson?
We do.
I know Mrs. Keneally, the head of our outdoor program, she likes taking people canoeing. Whoa. 4 more. 3, 4. Fantastic. Now, Miss Thompson here, She's a bit of a snowboarder. She likes her snowboarding. Personally, I prefer skiing. So when we go on our ski trip every year, Miss Thompson goes snowboarding, I go skiing. Miss Thompson always beats me down the mountain, though, sadly. But she's been teaching me how to snowboard, and it's all about balance. So Miss Thompson, can you remind me, what do I do?
So we're facing sideways,
All right.
our toes are pointing forwards, and we're looking straight ahead of us. And we're going to rock with our knees bent onto our toes, and then back onto our heels. So we're going forwards, and backwards, forwards, and backwards. So we're rocking constantly onto our toes, onto our heels. And then snowboarding isn't anything if it's not got a cool trick in it. So we're going to do a 180 jump.
Whoa! Yeah!
And then we're going to keep rocking onto our toes, onto our heels, rocking forwards and backwards. Are we ready? Jump!
Whoa!
Lovely. One more time. Here we go. Forwards, backwards, forwards,
Whoa!
backwards, forwards. Are we ready? Jump!
Ah! Miss Thompson, don't most snowboarders spend most of their time sitting on their bottoms?
Yeah, probably.
Only if they're as good at it as I am. Alrighty. So, boys and girls at home, hopefully our body's now nice and warm. So Miss Thompson is going to take us through some rolls. So have a look, listen carefully. Here we go.
Okay, so last week we started looking at gymnastics and balances and moving between our balances in different ways. Now this week we're going to continue with that, but we're going to look specifically at forward rolls and backwards rolls. Okay, now me and Mr. Barnett have got mats on our floor, so it's nice and soft. But if you are doing this where there's restricted space or where the floor is hard, you need to try and put your camera somewhere where the floor is slightly softer, or you could get something like a blanket or the duvet off your bed, just to make sure that we're going to protect our heads. Okay, so go do that now, and then we'll get started in a sec, because we are looking at forward rolls and backwards rolls. Now, what bit of our head, Mr. Barnett, do you think should touch the floor first when we're doing a forward roll?
Well, Miss Thompson, if you've got a face as pretty as mine, I know that I wouldn't want the front of my face hitting the mat, as it might ruin my good look. Stop laughing at home. So, I probably don't want my forehead either. So maybe towards the back, Miss Thompson, is that right?
Yes, very good, Mr. Barnett. Now, if we were to use our forehead, that's called a face plant, and we're definitely not doing that, okay?
Might end up looking like me.
We're going to use the top and the back of our head for our forwards rolls. So I'm hoping that we're mostly set up now with something softer on our floor, so we're going to get cracking, okay? We're using the top bit and the back bit of our heads, and we're starting, whilst we're learning, in a kneeling position, like this, okay? If you want to look pro, you can start with your hands above your head. If not, you can start with your hands down, okay? I'm going to tuck my chin into my chest, and I'm using my legs to push me forwards so my bottom goes over the top, okay? Now you have to commit to a forwards roll, and you have to commit to staying in a nice small ball, because otherwise we'll just end up like a starfish on the floor, okay? So keeping small, hands on the floor or hands above. We're putting the top part of our head, so where your hair is, and the back part of our head on the floor, like this, and then we're extending our legs and rolling forwards, okay? Back into a seating position. Let's try it one more time.
That looked pretty good. Miss Thompson, can I ask the boys and girls at home a question? Miss Thompson talked about where her chin was going. Can you remember where that is? If you look at her now, she's going to put her head down and tuck her chin in towards her chest. And that's really important to get our head in that safe position.
Exactly. We don't want our head up like this, okay? Because if our head's up, it means that our neck isn't protected. So we're going to protect our neck by tucking our chin in, keeping everything small and tight like a ball. It's because wheels are round, they roll, isn't it?
It certainly is, yes.
If wheels were square, or if they were big and flat, they wouldn't roll anywhere. So if I try to do a forward roll like this, I'm not going to go anywhere. Let's make ourselves into a really tight ball like this, and we're going to put our heads down and push our bottoms over the top with our legs.
That's pretty good, Miss Thompson.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Now, if you know how to do a forwards roll already, which you might, and that is fantastic, I want to see if you can do this from standing. Okay? So we're starting, this is the progression. If you've not done it before, you can stay on the floor, that's fine. We're starting from standing like this. Nice and professional like gymnasts with our hands above our head. And we're going to go into a bend like this with our head down first and then our legs over the top. From this position into this position. Okay, now Mr. Barnett, what do you think I can do to make that look even better?
Miss Thompson, to make that look even better, what I'd like you to do is to go from that starting position, do your roll, and then end up in a high balanced position for me at the other end.
Okay, now, sometimes this works for me and sometimes it doesn't, because we need to make sure that we've got momentum for our forwards rolls, which means we've got speed and enough speed to get us to stand at the end. So we're going to start like this, we're going to roll, stand, and then balance.
Perfect. Well done, Miss Thompson. Well done.
Lovely. Should we try one more time? Here we go.
Well, while you're doing that, Miss Thompson, while you get ready for that, let's just have a think with the boys and girls at home. So you've noticed that Miss Thompson started nice and low at a very basic level, and then she talked about the word progression. And here at Westhome, that's what we're all about. We cater to all ability levels here at Westhome, whether we're just starting out and learning to do something, or whether we are getting seriously advanced and everything in between. Okay, Miss Thompson.
Okay, so remember you can do this from the floor, or from standing, or a combination of the both. I'll show you a combination this time, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to try and finish in a balance on my feet. So starting here, forwards roll, into a balance.
Looking good, Miss Thompson. Now, boys and girls, we would love to see pictures or video of you doing this. If you look in the top left-hand corner, you will see there is the WestholmeWorkout hashtag. Send us in on picture on our socials, okay? And we would love to give you a shout out, retweet or whatever. We would love to see your efforts at this. Give it a go, please.
Okay, right. So this time we're going to start in a balance. Either a low balance if we're doing a forwards roll from the floor, or a high balance if we're doing our forwards roll from standing. So decide now. I'm going to do a low balance and I'm going to start from the floor.
Sounds good.
So my low balance is going to be a bridge. I'm going to walk my hands out like this. And this is my first balance. I can make it harder by putting one leg in the air.
Nice pointed toes. I like that.
Or I could stay with my feet down. That's absolutely fine. So this is my first balance. I'm then going to do a forwards roll. And then I'm going to finish in a second balance. So we're going balance, roll, balance. Okay?
Sounds good.
Here we go. So balance, roll, whoop, balance.
Perfect, Miss Thompson. That was amazing. Can you give that a go at home? So balance, roll, balance. And remember, a balance is a stable position. So if you're wobbling around all over the place, that's not balanced, is it? And let's find what works for you at home.
Good. Now remember, the more confident you feel at this, the harder you can make your balance. So we could start with a relatively simple balance, like this. Or we could make it into a harder balance, like this, on our tiptoes. Okay? It's a tricky one. I might struggle with that one. Okay, let's try it again together. Balance, roll, balance. Okay. Balance. Roll. Oh, you didn't make it. Balance. Okay.
So, boys and girls, you noticed at the end of Miss Thompson's roll, she was, oh, will I make it? Won't I make it? And do you know what? She kept going. She tried really hard, and she made it in the end. And that's what we are all about. Is it doesn't matter whether it doesn't go perfectly first time. Keep trying. Give it your all, and you will succeed.
Exactly. Right, let's move on to our backwards roll. Now, we tried this last week. So, if you watched last week, you've already got a head start. We're going to go through how to do it first, and then we're going to put it into our bit of a routine. So, we're now going to do a backwards roll. So, we can start on the floor or start standing. Let's start on the floor first, though. So, I've got my bottom on the floor, I've got my feet on the floor, and me momentum to push back, okay? Same principle with the forwards roll. My head is tucked in, so my chin's on my chest, because we are protecting our necks. Like I said with the forwards roll as well, we also need to carry momentum, and we have to have courage, otherwise we're just going to end up like this. Okay, so stay in that ball, have courage in yourself, have faith in yourself that you're going to get through this backwards roll, keep your heads down, and then push. Now, you will notice, if you watched really carefully, that my knees and my feet went on one side of my head. They didn't go over like this, they went on one side. And that's so that I can, again, protect my head and keep it all tucked in, but also so I don't knee myself in the head.
Absolutely. Ms Thompson, do you think you could show us that starting position to
Absolutely.
the camera that way, so we can see your knees to one side?
Okay, so I've got my knees together, my feet together, and they are to one side, so they are near one shoulder. I can go on my left side or my right side, okay, but they are to the side.
Now, Ms Thompson, don't roll back here, because we haven't got the room.
Okay, so I'm going to roll this way, starting in a seating position, feet out in front of me, knees and feet together on one side.
Brilliant, Miss Thompson, brilliant. So can we try and give that a go at home? So if you listen to what Miss Thompson said, two of the key points there: tuck our chin in down to our chest to get our head out the way, protect our neck. And secondly, knees to one side to begin with, as she just showed you. So that means the knees can come over one shoulder or the other without bonking you in the nose. All right.
Absolutely. Right, remember, same nice high ball, let's do it together. So knees together, feet together, push back and roll. Well done. Let's try again. So knees together, feet together, push back and roll.
And well done, those of you at home who are giving that a go, whether you've succeeded or not, if you've given it a go, well done. Now, Miss Thompson,
we're going to progress it.
Can we progress it?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
So, we've started on the floor, our bottoms down. This time, like last time with our forward roll, we can start from standing. So we can start from this position, come down, go back into standing. Now, if you see that, I give a little bit of a push with my hands then. Ideally, you wouldn't have to use your hands, but let's try again. Here we go, from here to here. Nearly.
All in one motion. And do you know what, boys and girls, you can take out of that one? If you looked, Miss Thompson didn't stop at any point. She went from her balance straight into it. So remember, she said you've got to commit to it. She committed to it over the back and up, and then stopped when she was in that balanced position at the end.
Good. Right, let's try it with a balance through our roll to another balance. So my balance this time is going to be like this. Okay, I'm trying to keep my legs straight, my toes pointed, my head up, my chest open, like this. And then I'm going to go into my backwards roll and do another balance.
Sounds great, Miss Thompson.
Are we ready? So, balance, backwards roll, balance.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well done. Well done. Can you try and copy that at home, boys and girls? You don't necessarily have to copy the exact same balances, but can you go from balance position, down, roll, and up to balance position? You can do it from the first starting position at the basic level. Could you show us another one at the basic level, Miss Thompson, where we're not on our feet?
Okay.
So how could you balance in that position, boys and girls? Do you remember that from last week? There we go.
This is my balance, then this is my roll, and then this is my balance.
So on that one, Miss Thompson's gone from low, the backward roll, to another low balance position. Or you can choose the high to roll to high. It's up to you. Give it a go at home, boys and girls, all right? I'm sure Miss Thompson will do a couple more while you're giving it a go.
Okay, balance, roll. Oh, that was a tricky one. Balance.
Well done, well done. And if you are having a go at this at home, boys and girls, well done. That's all we ask here at West Home, is that you give these things a go. So well done you.
Okay.
Now, Miss Thompson, is there a way we can combine both of the roles we've done today?
That sounds exciting.
Oh, yes, it does.
So let's go. Balance, forwards roll, balance, backwards roll, balance.
Wow, so we're doing 2 rolls linked by balance in the middle.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We don't do things by heart, Mr. Barnett.
Absolutely not. Here we go. Good luck, Miss
Okay.
Thompson. I'm rooting for you.
So, balance, roll, balance, roll, balance.
Fantastic. Well done. So, boys and girls, that's your challenge now. Whether you go from high in your rolls or whether you go from low, that doesn't matter. Both are equally valid. We would like you to have a go now at doing a forward roll and a backward roll with the balances in between. Maybe, Miss Thompson, could you do the low ones now to show us?
Okay, are we ready? So, balance, roll, balance, roll. Oh, balance on my knees. Balance, oh, that's a tricky one. Balance. Balance.
That's pretty good though. You held that really nicely. And boys and girls, if at first we don't succeed, don't give up. Here at West Home, we subscribe to something called the power of yet. I can't do it yet, we might say, but with practice, I keep trying, I will be able to. We never ever say, I can't do it here at West Home. If we say we can't do it, we have to follow up with the word yet. I can't do it yet, but with practice, with a bit more skill, I will be able to. And we firmly believe that everybody can give everything a go. So,
okay, should we try it?
One
last time. We're going to go balance, roll, balance, roll, balance.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, here we go. Balance, roll, balance, roll, and balance.
Give ourselves a clap. Now, those of you tuned in last week, you might remember I like to say, let's give ourselves a pat on the back. So, Miss Thompson, let's give you a pat on the back. To do that, boys and girls, all we do, put our hand down here and we say, well done me.
Well done me.
Well done me. Obviously, if we were in a group, we might say, pat someone else on the back and say, well done you as well. But there's no one else in the room with you, I'm sure. So, well done you, Miss Thompson. Now, Miss Thompson, do we have another challenge today?
We do. Now, we're going to try this challenge over a few weeks because we want to give you the challenge now of getting better at this over a set period of time. We're going to do a balancing challenge that's linked to yoga. Now, the aim is to do the full routine without losing balance and putting our other foot down on the floor. So we're holding ourselves and our shifting weight on one leg, then we'll give this leg a shake, and then we'll do the other leg. So you can give it a go.
So, Miss Thompson, you are very good at this, as we know, but boys and girls, I'm not very good at this yet. So, this challenge, I'm going to join in now, and this challenge is just as much for me as it is for you. So, Miss Thompson said, Mr. Barnett, give it a go, and I said, absolutely, Miss Thompson. So, boys and girls, don't be disheartened if we have to put a foot down, if we lose our balance, because I will be too. But my personal challenge is to try and get as good as Miss Thompson at this. So let's see.
No pressure.
Let's give it a go, Miss Thompson. All right, do you want to move forward a bit?
Okay.
And I will be slightly back here.
So, for this one, we're going to start by balancing on one leg. And the other leg, got our arms like this, is going to come up into a stork position. So this is our starting position. Should we try and get into that one?
Oh.
Arm straight, one arm up, one arm down, a stork position. Okay. Oh.
You can feel me wobbling, Miss Thompson.
Okay, we're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then we're going to bring our arms out wide. Hold it.
Oh, I've had to put a foot down already, Miss Thompson.
And we're going to go the opposite direction, so opposite arm up. Lovely, holding that balance, squeezing our tummy muscles, engaging our core. Bring our hands together. Twist our hands, and now extend our leg and our arms together.
Oh, no, I've had to put a foot down again, Miss Thompson. Is that okay?
Absolutely, just bring it back up and carry on.
I have done.
Arms wide. That's it, holding it. Arms up. Keep squeezing that tummy muscle. That's it, in our tummies. Lovely, hands together.
Well done, boys and girls.
Twist our hands. And this time we're bringing our leg 90-degree bend at our knee. In front of us.
I've had to put it down again, Miss Thompson. Is that okay?
Absolutely, Miss Barnett. You carry on. We're doing really good here.
Thank you.
Okay, arms wide.
Oh, I nearly went. Oh, Miss Thompson, I'm not quite as good as you at this.
I've had lots of practice. Arms up. Now, you could try and find a spot somewhere in the room to focus on, and that might help. Hands together. Now, this is a tricky one. We're going to twist our hands, and our leg is going to go backwards whilst our arms come up. So we're pointing our toes behind us. A bit like Superman, really.
Oh, I love Superman.
Arms wide. Opposite arm up. Oh, nearly. Arms together. Twist. Back to standing. And shake that leg because, the burn.
Oh, I feel that, Miss Thompson. So, Miss Thompson, I wasn't quite as good as you there. I'm afraid I lost my balance a couple of times and had to put my foot down. But I've tried my hardest. Is that okay?
That's all that we want, Mr. Barnett. That's all that we want.
Brilliant.
As long as you know that you got to the end of that routine and you think, I did a good job, that is absolutely fine. Are we ready to start on the next leg?
Certainly am.
Okay, here we go. So, we're bringing our opposite leg up this time. One arm up, one arm down. Lovely. Find a focus point. Squeeze our tummies. Arms out wide. That's it. Holding it. Opposite arm up. Very well done, Mr. Barnett.
Oh, I'm feeling it.
Arms together. Twist. And now our leg goes out wide. Our arms are up. One arm up, one arm down.
Oh, I've had to put a foot down, Miss Thompson.
That's okay. Lift it back up. Let's carry on.
Done.
Here we go. Arms wide.
Well, I'm trying my hardest.
If you can, point those toes. Opposite arm up. Hands together. Twist. And knee up this time. So we've got a 90-degree bend at our hip.
I've gone.
And a 90-degree bend at our knee. Nice and straight. Shoulders back, head up. Arms wide. Hold, rotate it round so we've got our opposite arm up and hold. Hands together. Are we ready for the tricky one? Twist and leg back.
I'm just going to come forward so I don't hit anyone.
Try and point those toes if you can. Arms wide. Opposite arm up.
I do feel like Superman.
Hands together. Twist. Back to standing. Oh, shake that leg.
Wow.
That should feel a bit achy by now.
It certainly does, Miss Thompson. Now, Miss Thompson, you were brilliant there, I must say. You didn't have to put your foot down at all. But boys and girls, we can't necessarily all be as good as Miss Thompson. You might be a bit like me, struggle a little bit, and that's absolutely fine. Keep going. If you have to put your foot down, not a problem. Just pick it back up, join in again. Alrighty. Now, if you've got any photos or a video of you doing that session your parents might have taken, look at the WestholmeWorkout hashtag up here, somewhere up there, and we would love to hear from you. All right? Get in touch with us. We'd love to give you shout outs. We would love to hear from you, see pictures of you doing it. Alrighty. So,
should we finish on one final balance?
Why not?
Let's finish on a high. So we're going to start in this really low tucked position like this. I'm going to go forwards and then we don't bang into each other. And we're going to jump out and balance on one leg. Should we try again? Here we go. Nice and low. Ready, steady, go.
Whoa! I didn't quite make that, Miss Thompson.
Me neither. Hold the balance. Good. Right, back in. This time we're going to go the other direction onto the other leg. Are we ready? Ready, steady, go. Oh, I didn't make it either.
I think I held that one. I've held that
Should we
one.
try again? Here we go. Starting low. Ready, steady, go. Oh, yes, I did it.
I'm afraid I didn't quite there, Miss Thompson.
Okay, right, final one. This time we're going to jump forward into the Superman position.
Another good Superman.
Are we ready? Steady, go. And hold.
Oh, I've got my arms forward. I should have them sideways. Sorry, Miss Thompson.
Okay, we go forward or sideways.
Okay. There we are.
And back again. We're going to try the other leg this time. Are we ready? Steady, go. Oh,
held that one. Brilliant.
Well done. Right, shake those arms. Shake those legs. I think we've done a really good job today.
I think you've done a fantastic job at home. If you've joined in, if you've given it a go, really well done for you. Pat yourself on the back, say well done me, and we will see you, boys and girls, next week, same time. Okay, bye-bye.